In this video, I'm going to go over an example for how you might do all of your tasks. Now, important thing to note is you cannot put exactly the same answers that I have for things like open response questions, and also you cannot use the same answers that I have because a lot of the questions and numbers have been changed. So whatever you do, don't just copy, word for word, number for number what I do. You still need to do your own work, but this is just to kind of give you some guidance. So this is for the first page, which is about proportional versus non-proportional relationships. So for this one, we are going to sketch a graph that illustrates a proportional relationship. Okay, proportional relationships have to start at the origin, which is the coordinate point 0, 0, which you see here. So I'm going to put a coordinate point there. Proportional relationships also have to be a straight line. So it should be, in order for it to be a straight line, it's got to be a constant rate. So for my example, I'm just going to do a constant of proportionality of 1, so note up 1 over 1. I'm going to make my straight line. Okay, and then you can even use a ruler to connect the dots. Okay, that is a proportional relationship. Okay, why is the graph proportional? 1, it's a straight line. And 2, it's going through the origin, which is the coordinate 0, 0. Okay, and then for a non-proportional graph, as long as it has one or the other of these, it's non-proportional, but I'm going to do both of them. So if it doesn't start at the origin, then it's non-proportional, so I'm going to start it somewhere other than the origin. And if it's not a straight line, then it's non-proportional. So it could be something like this. Okay. Why is it non-proportional? It doesn't start at the origin, which is 0, 0. Also, it's not a straight line. Okay. So that is how you would solve problems asking about whether or not a graph is proportional. All right, next for tables. Okay, so with our tables, we want to go ahead and have x and y. Okay, so I'm just going to choose any numbers for x. To make it easy, I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so a proportional relationship happens when you are multiplying by the same number every time, or you have a constant of proportionality. So I'm going to say for this one that I want to have a constant of proportionality of 2. So if I did times 2 every single time, I'm going to highlight my constant of proportionality. Okay. Why is this table proportional? Well, first of all, it starts at the origin, or we know it has a point that goes through the origin, but also it has a constant of proportionality, or it's the x value is being multiplied by the same number every single time. So you could just say it has a constant of proportionality. And then next, you want to create a table that illustrates a non-proportional relationship. So one way we could do that is having it start not at the origin, so maybe at 0, 2 instead of 0, 0. I could still have 1, 2, and 3, but the main thing here is we can't be multiplying by the same thing every time. So even if I did put 2, 4, and 6 here, it would still be non-proportional because it's not starting at the origin. But just for fun, I'm going to do like 3, 7. 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 2.5 is 5. 3 times 2.3 repeating is 7. Okay, and if you notice, we are not multiplying by the same number every time. So there is not a constant of proportionality. Excuse my sniffles, I have a little bit of a cold. Okay, so for written situations, remember proportional relationships, they don't have a starting value, it's just a constant multiple. So an example of a proportional relationship could be Nicholas is buying candy bars for $2 a piece. That's proportional because it's just going to be $2 times however many candy bars he buys. Whereas a non-proportional relationship could be Nicholas buys a bag of chips for $3 and candy bars for $2 a piece. That's non-proportional because we would have 3 plus 2 times the number of candy bars. So that's non-proportional. Remember, proportional relationship situation has to be a constant multiple or has to have a constant of proportionality. Okay, write an equation that matches the proportional relationship you wrote. We could say y equals 2x, where y is total cost, and x is number of candy bars for our proportional. And then for the non-proportional, it could be y equals $3 for the chips plus $2 times the number of candy bars, where y is total cost, $3 is the bag of chips, and x is the number of candy bars. Alright, so I hope that helps you guys with your first sheet. Go ahead and try yours on your own now.